Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of Henry VIII, a play by William Shakespeare and John Fletcher. The full title of the play is The Famous History of the Life of King Henry VIII, and this is a collaborative history play based on the life of Henry VIII. Another alternative title of this play is All is True. The play opens with a prologue. Act 1 opens with a conversation between the Dukes of Norfolk and Buckingham and Lord Abergavenny. They express their mutual resentment over the ruthless power and overweening pride of Cardinal Wolsey. Wolsey passes over the stage with his attendants and expresses his own hostility towards Buckingham. Later, Buckingham is arrested on treason charges, and all this is because of what Wolsey had done. King Henry VIII relies on Wolsey as his favourite. Queen Catherine enters to protest about Wolsey's abuse of the tax system for his own purposes, and Wolsey defends himself. But when the king revokes the cardinal's measures, Wolsey spreads a rumour that he himself is responsible for the king's action. Catherine also challenges the arrest of Buckingham, but Wolsey defends the arrest by producing the Duke's surveyor, the primary accuser. After hearing the survivor, the king orders Buckingham's trial to occur. At a banquet thrown by Wolsey, the king and his attendants enter in disguise as maskers. The king dances with Anne Boleyn. Two anonymous gentlemen appear, one giving the other an account of Buckingham's treason trial. Buckingham himself enters in custody after his conviction and makes his farewells to his followers and to the public. After his exit, the two gentlemen talk about court gossip, especially Wolsey's hostility towards Catherine. Wolsey beginning to move against the Queen, while the nobles Norfolk and Suffolk look on critically. Wolsey introduces Cardinal Campius and Gardiner to the Queen. Campius has come to serve as a judge in the trial Wolsey is arranging for Catherine. Anne Boleyn is conversing with the old lady who is her attendant. Anne expresses her sympathy at the Queen's troubles, but then the Lord Chamberlain enters to inform her that the King has made her Marchioness of Pembroke. Once the Lord Chamberlain leaves, the old lady jokes about Anne's sudden advancement in the King's favour. Catherine's hearing is done before the King and his courtiers. Catherine reproaches Wolsey for his machinations against her and refuses to stay for the proceedings. But the king defends Wolsey and states that it was his own doubts about the legitimacy of their marriage and that led to the trial. Campius protests that the hearing cannot continue in the queen's absence and the king grudgingly adjourns the proceedings. Wolsey and Campius confront Catherine among her ladies in waiting. Catherine makes an emotional protest against her treatment. Norfolk, Suffolk, Surrey, and the Lord Chamberlain are plotting against Wolsey. A packet of Wolsey's letters to the Pope have been redirected to the king. The letters show that Wolsey is playing a double game, opposing Henry's planned divorce from Catherine to the Pope while supporting it to the king. The king shows Wolsey his displeasure, and Wolsey for the first time realizes that he has lost Henry's favour. The noblemen mock Wolsey, and the cardinal sends his follower Cromwell away so that Cromwell will not be brought down in Wolsey's fall from grace. The two gentlemen observe and comment upon the lavish procession for Anne Boleyn's coronation as queen, which passes over the stage in their presence. Afterward, they are joined by a third gentleman who updates them on one more court gossip, the rise of Thomas Cromwell in royal favour, and plots against Cranmer, the Archbishop of Canterbury. Catherine is ill, is told of Wolsey's death, has a vision of dancing spirits. Capitius visits her. Catherine expresses a continuing loyalty to the king despite the divorce and wishes the new queen well. The king summons a nervous Cranmer to his presence and expresses his friendship and confirms his friendship with the gift of a ring. Later, as a result of a careful hatched plot, Cranmer is accused of heresy in the king's council and told that he is to be taken to the Tower as a prisoner. Cranmer defends himself vigorously and then shows the king's ring. The king enters, declaring Cranmer to be a good man, a title that few of the council deserve. The plot has collapsed. Queen Anne Boleyn now gives birth to a daughter, the future Queen Elizabeth. The king asks Cranmer to baptize and be a godfather to the child. The chamberlain, the porter, and his man have difficulties controlling the enthusiastic crowds that attend the infant Elizabeth's christening. Cranmer delivers a peroration on the glories of the newborn princess's future reign. The king declares the day to be a holiday. The epilogue acknowledges that the play is unlikely to please everyone but asks none the less for the audience's approval, and here ends the play. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please do write it in the comment box, like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.